But running on diesel, baby, I'm active. Shawty wanna know what's happening. Baby, no cap, I'm captain. Honey, no rings on me, ain't bagging. Diesel, feeling I'm massive. I kill it like Shaq, I'm shacking. That little bitch, she savage. Hit it on top all night, I'm damaged. Bomb, 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 yeah, bomb, 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 feeling I'm massive. Feeling like bomb, 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 bomb.
I just wait a while, wait a while, wait a while. I just wait a while, wait a while, wait a while. I just wanna wait a while, wait a while, wait a while. I just wanna wait a while, wait a while, wait a while. I just wanna.
I'm running on diesel, baby, I'm active. Shawty wanna know what's happening. Baby, no cap, I'm captain. Honey, no rings on me, ain't bagging. Diesel, feeling I'm massive. I kill it like Shaq, I'm shacking. That little bitch, she savage. Hit it on top all night, I'm damaged. Bomb, 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 yeah, bomb, 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 feeling I'm massive. Feeling like bomb, 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 bomb. Dip, slide, when I wanna dive. Hit it to the rhythm all day and night. Blazing the vibe, ain't no wasting the time. Gotta shoot my shot till I get what I like. Shawty really wanna fuck and I'm on one. Little homie looking bad, never got none. When a pop song, girl go pop off. Homie count that beats, who can't go down?
I just wanna I just wait a while, wait a while, wait a while. I just wait a while, wait a while, wait a while. I just wanna wait a while, wait a while, wait a while. I just wanna wait a while, wait a while, wait a while. I just wanna.
I'm running on diesel, baby, I'm active. Shawty wanna know what's happening. Baby, no cap, I'm captain. Honey, no rings on me, ain't bagging. Diesel, feeling I'm massive. I kill it like Shaq, I'm shacking. That little bitch, she savage. Hit it on top all night, I'm damaged. Bomb, 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 yeah, bomb, 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 feeling I'm massive. Bomb, 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 bomb,
playing from the start, from the start, from the start. Hey, hey, did you hear them sirens playing? Hear them sirens playing from the start. Hey, hey, hear them sirens playing from the start.
Once again, my heart is waking. It hurts when you lie all the time. Can't feel anymore. Feels numb when I die. Restart me again and again. Your love, the ghost of me. Been waiting, waiting for the light. Won't say goodbye. Won't close my eyes and die. I'm waking, waking, give me life.
Now you got me out in the deep. Feeling I'll be wrapped around your neck. When you burn me out like a cigarette. Yeah. Drifting in the city, no sleep. Don't know where we headed for next. Maybe we should get lost in a sweet escape.
You tease me and you touch me. I'm going crazy about it. Keep saying that it's nothing. So tell me what to do. I'm losing all my cool. Feeling like ain't nobody else around us. Ain't nobody else around us. Got me breaking all my rules. It's only me and you. Feeling like ain't nobody else around us. Ain't nobody else around us.
Yeah, tell me lies like you mind. Crazy how the time flies. We be getting sky high. So what? Hey, no rush. Hey, turning lights out. Do you wanna level up? Baby, let me fill your cup before we out of here. Do you wanna take it slow? Just tell me no.
You tease me and you touch me. I'm going crazy about it. Keep saying that it's nothing. So tell me what to do. I'm losing all my cool. Feeling like ain't nobody else around us. Ain't nobody else around us. Got me breaking all my rules. It's only me and you. Feeling like ain't nobody else around us. Ain't nobody else around us. Yeah.
Just get by in life before we die. time, no chances to revive.
What is up, Ram fam? And welcome to the game night festivities. Thank you for joining us. My name is Guacman John, and I am a former coach and member of the ECPI Rams Rocket League team. Tonight, we are going to be casting our Rocket League team competing in the 2025 ECAC Fall season. And before we continue, if you want a way to support your favorite players directly, our Rams team, try connecting your Amazon Prime and Twitch accounts and get your free monthly subscription. All subscription proceeds go directly to your favorite players and the Rams team to help support and continue on what we do. If you enjoy our content, think about subscribing today. Also, if you missed any of the previous weeks, make sure to check out the Rams on YouTube. Just search ECPI Rams Esports. Alrighty, tonight's match features our ECPI Rams versus Louisiana Tech Bulldogs. Want to be a Ram? Check out ecpi.edu/esports/tryouts and follow the 6 easy steps to schedule your tryout today. We're always looking for great players. So go ahead, go over to the link, and sign up today. All right, heading onto the field, we have 3 ECPI players taking the field tonight. And first up is Kazana. Kazana is a great controller of the ball, but he also knows when to put on the offensive pressure. Luckily, he has also been working on his mechanics since the last season that we've seen him. So we're hoping to see some great control from him, as well as some good aerials that he can pull out of his back pocket. Eve, a new player to the roster, but has been working on their chemistry together. Hopefully he brings the connectivity and the glue for the entire roster tonight. Guizis, the spear, trying to be able to penetrate the defense and get goals into the net. He will hopefully bring in some highlight reels for the team tonight. And it looks like we are starting off promptly with the match as we see the Rams are looking to take control of the ball here, as well as the Bulldogs are trying to kind of find their way around this defensive Rams. Eve with a nice opening, trying to get that pass to center. Wheezy's was there, but just sly of a good shot. Kazuna trying to make a defensive play out to the sidewall, but isn't quite able to hit it away. And, oh my gosh, Bacon popping it out. We'll call him Tay. Almost being able to slot that away. Kaz trying to pop that into the center. Wheezy's going to try to get it around one. Tries to get it around two. Almost gets it around the defense, but it looks like Tay looking to be a little bit patient here. The Bulldogs doing well, waiting for the opening, but might be waiting a little bit too long as Wheezy is able to break through the defense. There is an opening, and Eve almost being able to slot that in there, and it is hit away by the Bulldogs. A nice clear down to Tay. Will send it into the middle for Wheezy's. And this is the start of the season, folks, and also the first game. So we are seeing a full roster that has had time to work on their mechanics, the preseason, just really try to build their chemistry. So we're really trying to see what all the hard work is paying off to right here today. As the Bulldogs looking to just play it patient, hit it off to the sidewall. Eve hitting it back into the middle. John is there, trying to get a pinch off that sidewall. He does fake it around Kaza, who's there, but Wheezy's might have the runaway here, and just barely Tay is there to get a wonderful save off of the post. Wheezy's hitting this out to the side, trying to spot his teammate. Bacon with a nice cut right off of Kaz, and it is back in the Bulldogs area as a great clear from the Rams will send it downfield. He's trying to take control. Looks like it's over to Bacon. Kaz sending this right downfield. It is up for 5, who was on the backboard. Tay trying to get a touch there, will get a miss. Kazuna trying to bring that down. He sees Eve, but he tries to go for the stuff for himself, and it leaves it open for Guizy's to be able to put the nail in the coffin. What a response from the Rams, starting off match 1 with the first goal. 2 minutes and 33 seconds left on the clock, and the Bulldogs have to start from behind. Wheezy's with a nice kickoff to the side, but it looks like it was just a little bit too much. And oh my gosh, it is in front of the Rams net, and nobody is there to save it. Unfortunately, very good awareness from the Bulldogs there, and just unfortunate, probably a miscommunication of comms or just not being able to see where everybody was on the field. But whatever it is, hopefully the Rams will be able to take it back here. And the Bulldogs were able to make a quick response to that first goal. Bacon sending it downfield. Eve with a nice return off to the corner. And they're going to double commit on that save. Bacon with a nice save. 5 going to be able to pop that up. Tay coming downfield, coming in hot. Trying to get the double. Almost being able to get that double, but doesn't quite get the tight enough angle to be able to hit that shot. 5 with a nice stuff. Kaz trying to pop this over Tay. Does get a good 50. Bacon popping that around 2. He only has to clear Eve, and Eve gets a nice clear out to Guizy's, who's popping it to Kaz in the middle. Almost giving it up to 5. But Kaz is able to hit that out. Tay leaving it for his teammate, but Eve is there trying to bring this downfield and bring it home for the Rams. Bacon trying to get a touch off the sidewall, and both go up. Almost taking advantage of that mistake. But luckily, the Bulldogs are prevailing here on defense, as the Rams can't quite seem to get that shot on net. They are being given a lot of opportunities here, as Bacon is able to get a nice clear down to the Rams corner. Kaz with a nice send downfield, and a miss from John is going to send that into the net. What a clear by Kaz. Straight down the side, and just a close touch by John, but unfortunately a whiff. And we're down to the last and final minute of game 1. And so far, The Rams are up with the Bulldogs trailing behind, trying to make a statement here. A lot of good plays by the Bulldog, but the ECPI Rams are just playing some really good defense here. Tay might have an opportunity here, but Eve with a nice hit will get that cut right into the Bulldogs area, and a unfortunate miss by both parties will see to it that that ball does not make it into the back of the net. Kaz with a nice pass into the center. Bacon with a nice hit away. Eve is there trying to pass it to his teammate. Does end up getting a miss. It is going to go over into the Rams corner as John with a nice little wave dash trying to get a pickup on that ball there. Goes for 2 demos, and that might just be what they need to be able to bring this back. Bulldogs tying it up with 7 seconds left on the clock. Great double demo by 5, and great reaction by Bacon to slot that one in. 7 seconds left on the clock. It is anybody's game. Will we be able to see another goal before we hit overtime? As Tay is trying to bring it down, almost has the opportunity, but just misses the double. And we hit overtime. The Rams trying to bring that over to the left side, but it looks like Kaz is going to try to control this in. Does get a stuff, but it is over to the corner. Guizy's trying to bring it back in. Eve with a nice hit up top. It is up to Kaz to turn in time. And Bacon, just because the shot wasn't quite as strong as he would have wanted it, is able to get that clear out. Tay working it off the ceiling. Does get the flip reset. It is Spy trying to bring it under. Guizy's with a nice hit out. Is able to delay a goal from the Bulldogs. Tay with a nice bump there. John 5 is able to pop that down, and Bacon coming from the rafters isn't able to get the touch. Eve bringing it over to the sidewall, hitting it off to the corner. 5 popping it out to mid. It is up to Bacon to be able to get that clear. Kaz, last one back. Will he be able to get the stuff? He does get it out to the sidewall, but Tay is there. Is going to be able to pop it up. And oh my gosh, 5 with a great save. Almost being able to get that shot in, but the Bulldogs, yet again, are not able to find that mark on the net. Nice pop by Guizy's, but it goes down, and Kaz, very close attempt there on the goal line, but it does seem to make its way past, giving the Bulldogs game 1. What a overtime. We will be back after these few messages.
Everybody go say hi. Let him know he's on front page.
What a game 1 from both teams, starting off the season with such a great game. Back and forth goals, close attempts on both sides, on the goal line saves from both teams is just crazy to start off the season with. ECPI making a statement, but Bulldogs fighting back, trying to keep themselves in this game, and we're able to take it in the final moments of the game. What a chemistry these guys have built together as we are running into game 2. Will the Rams be able to clutch back up against the Louisiana Bulldogs? Eve trying to get a pop off of the corner. Guiz with a nice touch out will try to take control of this ball. And Kaz making a nice stride down the field. Eve trying to see Kaz right in the middle. Isn't able to quite make the connect, but he does get it off to the corner. Bacon, with that great defense we've been seeing from him so far, is able to get a pop off. Eve trying to take it back, but Bacon roll it off the corner. And Guizy's, with a crazy 50, is able to slot that in. What a great goal. Aerial from Guizy's, just able to beat it right over Tay, who seemed to be a little bit low on boost. but you can't blame him for that, as the Rams are putting on that aggressive offense that the Rams are known for. And it is working out so far in their favor. Tay trying to hit it off the wall, does see 5 slotting it on, and Eve playing patiently. Great patience from Eve, is able to get that save. Tay with a nice 50 off of their last man. Ox trying to get a pop over, will get it over too. Wheezy's is back. Tay looking to try to take control of that, but it looks like Eve is going to be there first. 5 popping it off the corner, doesn't get the second touch, but does seem to fake out the defender. Tay popping it over to 1, and Bacon's just a little bit too far away to be able to make capital on that touch. Bacon popping that up. Wheezy's looking to get a save, does pop it over the net, and Eve has to make a difficult touch. And now they are low on boost, but they are not low on strategy, as they are able to pop one out. Eve trying to pop it up, but 5 trying to get it back into the center, and it looks like the Bulldogs are really trying to respond back here to the Rams opener, as looks like they were given a little bit of space there. Might be able to bring this back. Eve, nice 50 with Tay. Kaz has to be able to get that touch there, but luckily Wheezy's is back to be able to make that recovery. Tay with a nice pop. Kaz is there, trying to get another touch here. He pops it up, trying to get it over into the middle. Bacon with a drop down right in front of the Rams net, but nothing to come of it yet, as it looks like the Bulldogs are able to put on a lot of offensive pressure here, but it doesn't seem like they're able to follow up their passes. They're given a lot of opportunities here, but it might be the Rams that make another touch. But John 5 periods ends there for the redirect from the clear downfield. What a great pass from Tay over Eve and John there to be able to read and see the play and drop it right down underneath the Rams defense. 2 minutes and 36 seconds left on the clock. We're halfway through the game and we're all tied up again. Tay trying to get a quick touch there, but Wheezy's is going to be able to make that recovery. Bacon slamming this downfield. Not gonna lie, it did work out for them. They were able to get another goal off of it, but it's just the control there that you've got to really look out for. I mean, if Eve was able to maybe touch it above the net, or was able to slot it out to the other side, or even hit it back towards the corner, and we're all tied up here again. But like I'm saying, if he was able to do so, he could have prevented a goal with some easy control and some easy touches on their end. But luckily, they were able to tie it off a kickoff in under like 10 seconds. So no sweat under the bridge. John popping that up, bringing it right back down, and it is Tay with an absolute rocket into the back of the net. What are we looking at here? 152 kph. Not the fastest shot that I've ever seen, but that's pretty fast. 2 minutes and 11 seconds left on the clock, and it seems like we're just going goal for goal, M for M, player for player, band for band. Let's see who will come out on top here in game 2. Eve with a nice pop over. Will he be able to get a second touch, as Bacon is going to be the one to throw it away, but God's trying to take control of that. Wheezy's coming in a little too hot, is going to whip that ball. Tay, nice awareness, is able to pop it over, and what a touch from 5, but Bacon very close, almost able to put that in, but just hits the crossbar, unfortunately. And it looks like it is going to trail back over to the Rams net. Tay is up, and 5 doubling it with him. Honestly, not the soundest tactic if you're going against the Rams, who are going to bring that offensive pressure and have been known to score numerous clear attempts. A very close opportunity there. Again, they are going so much faster than they need to be at this point that they're ended up to make mistakes. So if they just slow down a little bit, maybe gain a little bit more control with each other, they'll be able to hit their mark. John 5 periods like I said, them being able to slow down and really play these touches is going to be what gives them this win. And the Bulldogs have just pulled it off as they were able to get a pass around the Rams defense and as well follow it up. A great shot by Bacon. Eve off to the side while Bacon is there playing that good defense for the Bulldogs. Rams needing an answer here. Eve trying to get a touch, but unlucky miss as he pops it into the middle. That's a little bit risky, but luckily Kaz is there to be able to send that down net. Tay gets a miss there. A nice pop over the net, but is saved away by the Bulldogs defense, which they have showed that they have some decent defense there. Luckily for Bacon. The other two are more like, you know, they're more offensive, but Bacon has shown that they're lockdown for their defense. We'll see if he's able to do it again. What a great clear by Bacon. Sending that down to John, who tries to wave dash up to the ball, but ends up wave dashing underneath the ball, and it is going to touch ground, which means that is game 2 that the Bulldogs will take. Yet another game. Will the ECPI Rams be able to respond back? They need to take one here to be able to stay in the game. And we'll be right back after these few messages.
Everybody go say hi. Let it know he's on front page.
And we are back after those great commercials from our sponsors. Now, it looks like the Rams are going to be subbing in a player, and it looks like it is going to be Jules for Eve. Yes, for Eve. We'll see how this switches up their playstyle, as they just played 2 phenomenal games. Yes, they're on the brink of possibly getting swept by the Bulldogs, but if they really clutch down, they could take it back. Now you have Jules. Hey, right off the bat, a goal. Maybe this is what they need. Maybe this is what we needed all along. Good shot by Jules there to bring the Rams 1-goal lead here. Let's see if they can extend it here in game 3. As the Bulldogs are trying to get that early kickoff goal. Tay popping this downfield. Will he get the double off of the backboard? Hits it back into the corner. John trying to play this back. Should probably challenge there, as it is giving Bacon at least a save there, but a very difficult save. Well done by Bacon. Their great defense. John popping that up. And Tay getting demoed by Kaz might open up the defense a little bit. Tay's not moving. Oh, he is back. It looks like we are maybe a couple technical difficulties or something. Jules trying to bring this back here. Might get the touch. Does get it around 1. A good pre-flip by him. John trying to pop that over Gweezy. Gweezy sees right through it. Pops it right down to the mid. And it's Kaz, who's their third back, to pop that up. Tay with a great demo. And it's up to the Bulldogs to be able to send this downfield as John is trying to take control. Does get the flip reset. Will he be able to get another pop? Doesn't quite get there, but John does send that above, and it's Tay who is there trying to get a touch, but it is a very awkward position to get that shot off. John popping that off to the corner. Jewel is there, throws that downfield. Bacon trying to get a touch there. Does get a whiff, which, you know, is not very common for Bacon, at least on defense. We've known him to be very consistent so far in this series. Bacon trying to take control here. Is going to bring this downfield. And in 5, trying to go for the demo. It is right in front of the net, and from my angle, that didn't look like it was quite in, but I don't know. Maybe the replay will show a little bit more. Yeah, it did. It did go out, but unfortunately, I guess it just, because of timing, it decided that it was going to be in. But looks like they're all tied up. ECPI Rams trying to bring this back. 3 minutes and 13 seconds left on the clock. They do got a little bit of time, but don't let that time run away from you. Guizi's popping this out. Honestly, could have made a little bit more of a controlled touch, as that is kind of what happens when you send something out. You don't end up taking control, and your opponent just ends up taking it from you and is able to make a great counterattack, or make a great counterattack attempt, which was very close there. Great pass from John to Tay, almost being able to slot that in, but luckily the Rams were there to provide some defense. Oh, that doesn't look quite good, as got over 2 people there that went up for the same ball but didn't quite get the hit there. Guizi's trying to bring this downfield, is able to get it over to Kaz. Oh, that net is open. Almost having the opportunity there. Jules might be able to find the slot, almost being there, but Bacon, with his great defense, is able to get that save. John sending that down to Bacon. Bacon trying to follow it up. It is Tay in the back of the net. Kaz trying to get that 50. Jules going to try to send this back to the corner, get another touch on it. Playing it slow. That is very good technique from him. Play it patient, play it a little bit slow in the corner. You don't need to rush anything. Kaz trying to follow that up. Jewel looks like he's going to follow this off of the wall. John is there, and Bacon in net with the opportunity. It looks like John is going to be able to hit this over Guizi's. Kaz back. Will he be able to send that off? And it's Bacon sending it over to the Jewel, who sends it off of the sidewall. But you got 3 other opponents there to deal with. The open space is sometimes almost critical in these types of games, but hey, Guizi's with a shot from downtown, able to bring the Rams to a lead here. Just a little bit of some technical failure there from the Bulldogs. Looks like they didn't have anybody in net or on the backboard to be able to follow up that shot with a save. 1 minute and 24 seconds left on the clock, and it looks like the Rams are so far in the lead here, but the Bulldogs have been known to be able to bring it back very quick. So we'll see if Jules is, in fact, the factor here for the Rams to be able to take a game. Bacon with a nice pop into the center. It is going to bounce off the sidewall, and John going to collect 2. Yeah! Reincarnated Garrett GG here. Absolutely, with a nice redirect onto the Rams net, tying it up. Where that came from, oh my goodness. What a shot from Tay. Kaz trying to bring this up the midfield to get another touch, but Bacon is going to be able to hit that away and does get it around Jules. Guizi's last is not able to connect with a teammate, but does end up sending it downfield, but Tate is there to collect and gets a bump on him too. Bacon sending it off to 5, who's their last back. Does take control. Good on him to see the open space. Does get it around 2, almost being there. And it is up to Bacon to get back in time to be able to get that save. Kaz seeing the open net, but Tay was luckily there, able to stop the advance. Guizi's looking to get a touch here. Pops it downfield. Bacon is there to get the touch. Tries to go for the Cookser pinch. Doesn't quite get it. Looks like he's going to try to get a pop. Does get it over 1. Does get it over 2. And that is in the net for the Bulldogs. 5 seconds left on the clock. And if the Rams want to stay in the game, they need to take this match. The Bulldogs are running it away so far with 2-0, and they're close to picking up their 3rd of the night. John 5 sending that back. It is still up. There's still a chance, and it hits ground, and that is going to be the 3rd game for the Bulldogs. And we'll be right back after these commercials.
Everybody go say hi. Let it know he's on front page.
Welcome back, and welcome to Game 4 to ensue here against Louisiana Bulldogs and the ECPI Rams. So far, the Bulldogs have taken 3 games off of the Rams' heads, and the Rams need to win this game in order to stay in the series, as it is a best of 7, and the Bulldogs coming out with the first goal of Game 4. And their plan is, I guess they're going to bring it home. Absolutely try to, lock in and really bring this thing to a close. But Jules might be able to have the counterattack to that. But John able to hit that away. It is Bacon sending that downfield. Tay pulling off, trying to play a little bit more defensive. Kaz trying to pop that into net, but John is there to be able to send that downfield. A very long ball, but it seems to have gone in their favor for the most part. Tay popping that up. Bacon doesn't have enough boost to follow behind, and John was really far away, but the Rams did get a lot of time to be able to make the clear there. But it seems like they're playing a little bit of a slower game to try and respond here. Realistically, they just need to play a more controlled game and try to play their positions, because they're just giving up way too much balls and they're throwing themselves at the play rather than trying to adjust themselves to the play. So hopefully they can make the adjustments they need mid-game here to be able to bring this back. They still got enough time to do so, but like all the other matches, it's crucial to not waste that time. They have to bring it back here. A unfortunate 50, but a great 50 from the Bulldogs, and it looks like they're taking 3 goals up in the first minute of the game. And the Rams really have to make a statement here if they want to stay in. Kaz bringing it around 1, does get a little bit of control, almost being able to flick it around. Must be tuned into the stream. With the Bulldogs bringing this downfield. And Squeezy is going to be able to hit that away. Will he be able to follow it up? He does get it off the backboard there, but it's Tay to hit it over into the corner. Tay trying to follow it up there. Bacon with a nice pre-flip into a controlled touch there, and it's Tay bringing that downfield, fighting it off with Wheezies, who's taking it to the backboard. Might be able to get the second, but Bacon there for the save, but is bested by Jules and Kaz, who are they're trying to go for demos, but they're leaving their third man open to try to finish it off there. Wheezies, a very close opportunity there. If Wheezies was able to make the cut back, that is an easy touch. Oh my gosh, Jules! Almost with a crazy angle on the double tap. But the Bulldogs, with their defense, were able to hit that out and deny him a crazy goal to bring the Rams back into this. It looks like the Bulldogs have just ramped up their defense and are really trying to just strong arm this thing till the end. Looks like John bringing this up, trying to get a bump underneath. He is able to bump Wheezies, but Wheezy's able to hit that out before he gets demoed. Kaz trying to pick it up there. But it does go back to the Rams corner, and Jewel with a great 50 does pass it off to Kaz, who passes it up, but Jewel doesn't have enough boost to be able to follow this up, but he might be able to just be there to almost get the shot. They're so close. They're so close to these shots. They're like right there. They just need to be able to commit and finish it. Good on the Bulldogs defense for being able to save these relentless attempts. But I mean, the Rams are getting like golden opportunities. They need to be able to like just finish these. They're not going to get too many good chances like that. And all three went up for the play. And that's what happens. You make a triple commit all the way up. That's just how the game goes. If they get a clear, they're going to bring it down to your net. So it's best to avoid those as much as possible. For the Rams, they can't be taking those kinds of risks right now, especially when they have enough time on the clock to be able to turn this around. They just need to play it smart. Jewel with a pop into the center. Kaz bringing that out, but it is going to be pretty far. It might work out in his favor as Bacon and John both missing the saves there. They do get the pop out, and there isn't a whole lot of defense back, but luckily Kaz was able to get back in time to be able to make that play. Does get the pop downfield, but Bacon with a great pre-demo there off of their second man is able to delay the offensive pressure. Jewel seeing the opportunity, might be able to get a nice 50 here. John with low boost is able to pop it up into the corner. It is up to Gweezy to be able to hit that back in. Kaz is there, but gets 50 by Tay. And John 50ing back to Tay. And it is a 50 fest off of the top of the ceiling. The upstairs neighbors aren't too happy about that. But luckily, we move on. The Rams trying to make a play here. They do get the clear downfield. John popping that back towards the Rams, and it looks like every opportunity that the Rams are trying to bring that offensive pressure, the Bulldogs are shutting it down. In the final seconds of the game, it looks like this last one is probably going to go to the Bulldogs indefinitely. Going to go to the Bulldogs. And that is game 4. 4-0. Louisiana Bulldogs take the series. And we'll be right back after a word from our sponsor.
Everybody go say hi. Let it know he's on front page.
What a series. Absolute crazy offense from both sides, but it looked like the Bulldogs defense prevailed in this matchup as they were able to lock down every offensive push that the Rams were throwing at them. And the Rams were just getting overwhelmed by the Bulldogs' retaliation to their offense. They were able to take the series 4-0, but luckily this brings the Rams a lot of good info that they need to work on. Had they been able to maybe play a little bit more patient on their defense, play a little bit more cautious when it came to some of the challenges, and controlled some of the offensive pressure, like some of the plays, maybe made some passes to people who were there, they could have probably clinched this match. But it was a really good matchup for a lot of the games. The first couple of games were absolutely like neck and neck. Like they were very close. So that lets you know that the Rams have it in them to be able to, win games. It was just such a close matchup that I think we ended up getting a little scared. We ended up subbing in a player, which honestly, I don't like. There's a little that's a little bit of like a controversial thing to do, but I understand when it comes to, you get 2 goals down, you start to, or 2 games down, you start to kind of be like, I don't know, I need to, pop somebody in. But luckily, I mean, they were able to bring in a lot of good offensive pressure, and it seemed like that third game, that's where they were going to go, is the Rams were going to be able to bring that back with Jewel, their new player. But unfortunately, I think it did confuse them up a little bit because they had such great chem and mesh in those first 2 games. Had they kept going on, I think the Rams probably would have overtaken the Bulls eventually, had they just locked down and really controlled the game. Because Eve was doing a good job at being able to make some controlled touches. I think they just let the ball get away from them a little too much. So that's the after game analysis. But I want to thank you all so much for joining us tonight to watch these players bring it all onto the field and give us quite a show. So once again, join us next time for some more collegiate esports content. And last but not least, thanks again to our sponsors, HP Omen and Game Fuel. And y'all have a great night. Peace.